What's happening? Know what I'm saying? Coolest man in the place with some information for your faces, Django Joe. Logo shot, you heard me? Before I get started, make sure you go get these classes before I gotta put them boots to the masses, you heard me? It is what it is. This is episode 7. Can you handle it? You heard me? It's getting real nice. Recession time. After COVID. After everything else. After 2020, bro, it ain't stopping. And guess what? It ain't gonna get no better. So you might as well enjoy it you can while you can. I keep telling you that. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get to the point with a joint. You heard me? I'm gonna make it do what it do for me to you. But like I said, y'all ain't getting no video this week. Tropicana Sunrise is on the way. You heard me? It is on the way. You feel me? So with that being stated, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. You know how I like to do it. Ha! Jaguar, baby. AKA Django Joe. AKA Professor Vibe. AKA Mr. Z. AKA the coolest man in the place with some positive information for your face. It's going down. You heard me? With the throwback uniform on. What you know about throwbacks? You heard me? Yeah, man. But episode 7. Can you handle it? Session training. Number 1. Basic necessities. And before I get started, Bible class. You feel me? But yeah, number 1. Basic necessities. Can you handle? You know, this is going to be a lot of questions on this. I'm going to be talking pretty much every time I ask you something. Pause this beautiful episode and just think for a second and then continue. You know what I'm saying? Can you handle your basic necessities on your own? Can you pay your bills by yourself? By yourself without having to use somebody else? Can you pay your bills by yourself? If you were to get fired right now from your job, do you have an emergency fund saved up to last you about 6 months? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? Times are what they are right now. Gas is going up. Food prices are going up. They're predicting a global food shortage. I've never been through a global food shortage. I don't know how this is going to be, but I've read about this kind of stuff. Nigga, it's pretty bad. You feel me? Why am I smiling? Hey, man, sometimes you gotta laugh to keep you crying. You heard me? But it's about to get real, man. You got food that's gonna last, like me, you know what I'm saying? For all my rice eaters out there. To all my people that eat the alternatives to rice, you know what I'm saying? Like my quinoa people. Shouts out to us. You feel me? You got that stocked up to last for a while, you know what I'm saying? Or you just going paycheck to paycheck and not planning out your, you know what I'm saying, monthly expenses like that. You hear me? Are you out here fucking off every weekend knowing that it's going to get financially worse as time goes on to shit on people that don't care about you, that will rob your fuck ass? You hear me? Are you stunting on people, or are you actually saving up for the hard times that are coming? You feel me? Because trust me, the future favors the prepared. You hear me? When it comes down to basic necessities, are you able to, again, you know, function around the people that you're around in case it gets real? Have you done any kind of stress management training? Have you at all? Do you know how to handle yourself when things get real, when it feels like the entire world is crumbling around you? Do you know how to shut the TV off and, you know, just real quick and calm down? Do you know how to do that? Like for real, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes down to basic necessities, again, gas is going up. I already said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you pay for a full tank of gas? When shit gets real, do you have enough gas to last? You know what I'm saying? If the gas prices in your current state go up $3 more in the next 3 months, financially, can you handle it? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? Do you have enough money saved up right now that if you were to lose your vehicle, that you could either buy a rental, or not buy a rental, but have a rental for 3 months and afford the gas? You know what I'm saying? Or can you buy another vehicle, used or unused? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have that kind of money saved up? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you been thinking about, you know, if the food prices were to go up $4 more in the next 4 months on everything that you already eat, your basic, you know what I'm saying, monthly, I guess, diet. You heard me? If it were to go up $4 more on everything that you usually buy within a month, can you afford that? Can you know what I'm saying, for all my people who don't know how to cook, who have refused to learn how to cook, you know what I'm saying? If the prices on eating out goes up by $5 more in the next 5 months, as in everything that you order, slap $5 more on top of that, and it goes up. This is kind of unrealistic in a sense, but at the same time, it's a what if. So let's just say this is what happens. You feel me? Can you afford that? Can you afford to eat out at this point? Can you afford the DoorDash? You feel me? Or is it about time that you got your lazy ass up, went to the store, bought the basics for what you like to eat, go to YouTube, type in how to make it and make it. You feel me? Like, it's about to get real right now. And to everybody that is, know what I'm saying, again, out here showing everybody what you got, know what I'm saying, stunting on motherfuckers, know what I'm saying, I'm telling you right now, loyalty goes out the window in a recession. You heard me? Loyalty goes out the window. Motherfuckers got bills to pay, which goes into home security. Number 2, home security. Know what I'm saying? Can you defend your residence if it gets real? Me, I have guns. I have a lot of guns. I got AKs for AKs. I got ARs for ARs. I got my 9s with the 9s. Everybody got a twin. And I got the problem solver, which is my revolver. You heard me? I got all that. Why? Because I know at the end of the day, by the time it takes for the police to get there, I would rather still be alive and survive than be that guy that they gotta go be like, man, get the chalk. You heard me? Like, I'm not doing all that. I'm not saying I'm bragging or I'm like I said, I'm not bragging or acting like I'm the baddest person in the world. Negatory. But I am saying when it comes down to it, I make women feel safe, which is why they get really wet around me. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to home security, do you own a weapon? Are you trained on that weapon? Do you clean that weapon? How often do you clean that weapon? How often do you release the bullets out of the magazine and let the spring stretch so it doesn't jam up on you? Ooh, I bet a lot of y'all didn't catch that one. You know what I'm saying? How often do you honestly train on your weapon? Are you one of the kind of people that, oh, all you gotta do is just pull the trigger? It's not that hard of a concept. I'm like, okay, there's a lot more that goes into it than just pulling the triggers. You have to be mentally prepared for what happens after that. There's a lot of y'all that own guns, y'all freak out and bang, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? You're afraid of the bang. You hear me? Like, I can't hear all the way out of my ear, because basically, you know what I'm saying, like I said before in the past episodes, I wouldn't wear my ear protection all the way because I have to get used to that bang. If it's getting real, I'm not gonna be sitting there, you know what I'm saying, I'm bang, 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 bang. You feel me? Like I'm in there with you. You hear me? So I had to train on that. It cost me a little bit, but I'm perfectly fine now. You hear me? But I knew in advance, if I'm buying a weapon, I gotta make sure I know how to handle this thing. You hear me? Like, you know, y'all, a lot of y'all, what it is. You can tell a lot by a person by the kind of guns they own. I'll tell you that much. Like them people with them, what I call them, the Makos. I call them Makos. You know what I'm saying? Them baby sharks. And AR swinging things like that. You know what I'm saying? You got them, you got them, you know, the pocket pleasers, them Dracos. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got everybody who owns a weapon can tell you everything about them by the kind of weapon that they own. I'll just put that out there. You feel me? But the thing is, they still own the weapon at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know in your area who pretty much to go for and who not to go for based off of the fact that, you know, hey man, that motherfucker has been known to pull them bitches on people, or, you know, I don't know what he got. But at the same time, he look like he on, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looks like he could be a potential victim. Never make yourself look like a victim. Always be dangerous. You hear me? Always, especially during recession season. Because again, if you can't defend the people in your home for all of y'all in these, you know what I'm saying, relationships that are barely making it, if you think that, you know what I'm saying, if you think she's gonna stick around in a recession with a guy, and somebody were to stroll at your door, oh man, she's gonna go. You heard me? She finna go. You heard me? For all those guys that, you know what I'm saying, you're trying to hold on. If you can't defend that house, trust me, it's gonna get real. For all the ladies that, know what I'm saying, swear that your crash dummy is gonna be there when it goes down. What if he ain't? You heard me? What if your crash dummy ain't there? And for all y'all that, you know what I'm saying what crash dummy is, it's just pretty much the guy that will defend her no matter what. No matter what. And they're probably fucking around. You know what I'm saying? She has to keep him stupid. You heard me? And the biggest way to keep a man stupid, fuck his brain to death. You know what I'm saying? The crash dummy gets the most pussy, I promise you. Because when it comes time for the crash dummy to crash, he gonna crash all the way the fuck out. And a bitch always keeps a crash dummy. So for my ladies who don't have a crash dummy per se, you know what I'm saying? Or if your crash dummy isn't on time, you know what I'm saying, if something were to happen, can you defend yourself? Do you have a gun? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how to shoot that gun? Can you handle the anxiety that comes with having to pop, 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 pop? You know what I'm saying? Can you? Honestly, like, ask yourself that. Because in a recession season, if somebody were to pull up on you in the gas station, you know what I'm saying? Are you a situationally aware type of person? You feel me? Like, are you watching your environment, your scenery, or are you one of them kind of people that are just unaware of your cell phone everywhere you go? You heard me? Like, do you know what a target looks like? Do you know what a mark really looks like? You heard me? You understand how it goes when they're like, you know what I'm saying, when the bills is getting a little bit tight and your homeboy or your homegirl, for the ladies out there, because y'all love to invite people to your house. Not with me. You heard me? But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say it gets real and somebody know your stash shit in your house, man. Do you know how to pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Can you defend yourself if that door were to get kicked in? Can you defend yourself? True or false? You know what I'm saying? Like, true or false? Yes or no? Can you defend yourself? You feel me? If you answer no, you might want to rethink some things in these next couple months because it's going to get real. Especially if you stay on the East Coast where there's a lot of weather going on and them gas prices jump up. Let's say a big storm were to come through. Guess what? It's going to be pandemonium out this motherfucker, you hear me? And if it's going down, can you protect yourself? If not, you might want to jump into number 3, which is priority planning. Where are your priorities at? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's going, like I said in the post earlier, if it was a purge, per se, you can't even defend yourself for 12 hours. There's a big issue going on, you know what I'm saying? If there was a recession going on for months and you can barely afford to eat, but, you know what I'm saying, if I were to backtrack on your social media history and you've been big balling, there's a bigger issue going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's who are you lying to? Who are you trying to impress? During a recession, especially if it turns into something like a depression, and which it probably might if they're predicting a global type of, you know what I'm saying, famine per se. Hey man, look, if your priorities are not in line, things will not turn out fine. You hear me? Like, you have to sit there and understand it. Without a plan, it's going to get bad. If you haven't looked into, you know what I'm saying, having an emergency fund, if you don't have one, learning how to build an emergency fund, while you're learning how to build that, having a source of income that can lead to multiple sources of income, you know what I'm saying, passively also, because again, during these kind of periods of time, things get stressful. You feel me? And the best way to make income is to make your income make income for you. You heard me? How many ways can you flip the hustle? You heard me? Where are your priorities at right now? Are you out here chasing bitches and hoes? You feel me? Because time is going to show your intentions, no matter what you say, no matter what you do. Time is going to show where your heart was at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women out here are going to be on the hunt for all of my guys. Where are your priorities at? They're going to be, look, man, for all of the guys that envy the wealthy, I want to tell you something that the wealthy don't realize, or that some realize that a lot don't catch on to. They may get all the bitches, but guess what them bitches is trying to do? Drain the fuck out of them. Which means if they gotta fuck them stupid, they'll fuck them stupid. And they can get pregnant to get that money, they will do that. You heard me? They will sit there. If a woman knows the potential of a man, you heard me? Like, she will attach herself and wait the time limit to make it do what it do. And it happens all the time, bro. During recession times, pregnancies go up. You feel me? They get pregnant out here. There's always a dummy out there that just, know what I'm saying, think that's your baby. All right, cool, bro. Cool, bro. You feel me? Like, where are your priorities at? Because if you're not planning in advance for these kind of situations to happen, when they happen, don't get mad. You hear me? People play with emotions during recession season. Why? Because it's money involved. Money is tight. When money is tight, you see the real person that you're dealing with. Again, for all of y'all in relationships, you're gonna find out if you're a placeholder or if it's real love real quick. And from what I've seen online, a lot of people ain't with, you know what I'm saying, they just fucking. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They just fucking and sharing a roof. You hear me? If shit were to go down, he won't defend that house for shit. You know what I'm saying? He probably the reason that they got kicked in anyway. You hear me? If she leaves, she leaves. Like, she'll keep him around long enough till she finds another motherfucker and branch off on him. You feel me? Like, that's what happens during a recession. This is society now. There's enough information out here saying this is what people do. Like, stop thinking that, you know, like me, I have an optimistic view of life. At the same time, I know reality is reality. You hear me? Like, I can be upbeat all day, but at the end of this motherfucker, bro, look, if you're showing me you are who you are, I have no other choice but to believe it. You feel me? Straight up. And with priority planning, if I'm not planning ahead for the future, when shit gets bad, I can't blame nobody. You hear me? Like, pretty much what I'm trying to say is, you're about to find out the hard way. Life. You feel me? And during the last recession, before the cell phones, you feel me? It was hard. It was terribly hard. I grew up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I saw that. man, like when you see, you know what I'm saying, the robberies, when you're reading the headlines, when you're seeing that, you know what I'm saying, man, it's kind of wild out this motherfucker, bro. And this is before the cell phones. Again, before the cell phones. That was a different era. This is the cell phone era. Y'all self-esteem is low out here. Y'all can barely handle life right now. Y'all know what I'm saying? We was kids. We were the last generation of kids. Some shit get real. You know what I'm saying? These generations of kids, they don't. They just sit there and pout, get passive aggressive, and you know what I'm saying, have suicidal tendencies. You hear me? Like, it's a different kind of monster y'all are about to deal with. And the reason I'm saying this is because I don't think that a lot of people understand how bad it's gonna be and how the amount of people that honestly can't handle it. You hear me? Like, social media is full of lies. These people have untended to mental illnesses that are going to show their full colors in a couple of months when it gets real, which leads to number 4, stress management. How do you vent? How do you calm down when it's just pressure and it's coming? You feel me? How do you calm down? What do you do to relax? How much does it cost for you to have honest fun? How much does it cost for you to have fun by yourself? You get me? Break these questions down. Ask yourself this. Like, figure it out, because I'm telling you, when it gets bad, and you're understanding now, you know what I'm saying, for all my ladies out here that, you know what I'm saying, got that ATM below, you don't realize there's a better bitch around you. That it's a better bitch around the corner who got an ATM down below also, you know what I'm saying, and her shit hitting for discount, you know what I'm saying? So what are you saying? And they're buying it out here. I understand that's a way of income for a lot of people, because in today's days and times, simps pay bills. You heard me? That's how it's viewed as. Simps pay bills. So, you know, for all my ladies who, you know, if that's your route in life, you heard me? Can you mentally handle it when that slows up? When reality hits, you know what I'm saying? When you were, you know, what they say, by the time you hit 40, you start to age out of that kind of shit. When you're getting phased out of that, and the new generation is coming, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a new generation for everything. It's a new generation for jackers. It's a new generation for robbers. It's a new generation for gangsters, thugs, soldiers, bums, junkies, you know what I'm saying, hoes, fucking, you know, all that, CEOs, bosses. It's a new generation coming, which means it's gonna be new competition. Can you handle that? You know what I'm saying? Or do you got your own lane like me? I ain't worried about nobody, you hear me? But it's just like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to stress management, what do you do to calm down? When you calm down, does it involve weed like me? Can you afford that? You know what I'm saying? Have you budgeted your monthly budget to include your vices? You feel me? Are you an alcoholic? You know what I'm saying? If you're an alcoholic, which again, it's your life. Do what you want to do. I don't have to live with your consequences. That's how it works. You feel me? But with alcoholics, you know what I'm saying? Y'all understand when it gets stressful, the side effects from alcohol, the depression, you know what I'm saying? It gets worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? So can you handle it? You feel me? Can you afford to get, you know what I'm saying? Can you afford to get by without your supply? You hear me? Can you afford to get by without your supply? You hear me? Like, the temperaments that are going to come from withdrawals, from not being able to afford your vice, that's going to cause a lot of families to break up. You feel me? Because it's bad enough that y'all ain't in love with each other. It's bad enough that y'all both know that y'all are using each other. But then when y'all have to be around each other and y'all, know what I'm saying, y'all can't afford to escape reality, oh man, talk about bad. Especially if there's kids involved, talk about bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all are going to be recreating the same childhoods that you grew up hating. You feel me? And that's nobody's fault but your own, because you're not noticing the pattern. And again, if you haven't noticed, in this reality that we're living right now, it's not getting better. It's actually going to get quite worse. And if you're not prepared for that, it's nobody's fault. Again, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life per se. I'm just here to give you options for stress, options for how to deal, options to handle. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, if your stress levels aren't in order, guess what happens? You spend more money, you put yourself in more crash out situations. You do things that are out of character because you don't know how to handle yourself. And if you can't handle yourself, best believe somebody else will. And it will not be fun. It will not be fun. Like me, because I know that I love to smoke, because I know that this helps me calm down when I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying, I guess moments of hypervigilance or moments of, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, sudden, I guess, what is it? I'm gonna have a ruminating moment. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens to me randomly when I just see an event that makes me get angry. You know what I'm saying? I smoke and I calm down. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And over time, I learned how to do that without the weed. You feel me? But I do that to calm down. Just relax. I budgeted for this stuff. You feel me? Because I know how to cook. I save tremendous amounts of money because I know how to cook. You feel me? And my food is good. So that's even better. You feel me? And on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I budget. I have a monthly budget. I have a quarterly budget. I have a yearly budget. I'm running a business right now. On top of it, so it's like my life has been in a recession mode for the past couple of years. For all of y'all that know what it's like to start and run a business for foundation building, you know what I'm saying? This shit is not cheap, especially when you figure out, you know what I'm saying, if you're doing it the self-made way, when you figure out at first, you know what I'm saying, support doesn't exist from these people, you need to start building it up with strangers. Strangers are going to pay you, people that you know, they're not. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is in the business world. You hear me? So it's just, you know, all the crash and bumps that I got going on, I had to learn the hard way, budget, save, look towards the future. You feel me? Like, it's going to get greater later, but I have to make sure that I can survive to see later. You hear me? And in a recession, look, recessions have built some of the richest people in history because they took advantage of the moments that we were in. You know what I'm saying? They bought the dip. And eventually it got better. You heard me? They planned and invested. Real estate, all that other good jazz. They looked into areas where they, you know what I'm saying, they could start small, but they could leverage it into bigger avenues to make, you know what I'm saying, make their financial goals actually happen. You hear me? Do you even have financial goals? You hear me? Or am I speaking Chinese to you right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Like, a lot of people are starting to realize that the choices in your company are going to make you either, or they're going to make you or break you. Can you be by yourself? You hear me? How long can you be by yourself? Because if it gets real again, if it gets to the point where money is super tight, oh man, trust goes out the window. And we're already at a point in society where we realize you can barely trust people anyway. Anyway, you hear me? Lord knows what's gonna happen when it, you know what I'm saying, when every state starts to hit the point of, you know what I'm saying, we gotta slow down on the police calls because they can't afford to come out to every single situation. And it's gonna get disastrous. You feel me? Am I trying to be, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you need to be scared? No. Well, I'm not. I mean, you are, that's you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, because, you know, either way it goes, I'm prepped. You hear me? But it's just like when it comes down, when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, again, I'm prepped. You heard me? So it's just like I can take care of myself. Now, I made sure that I'm able to no longer depend on a person another day of my life for the rest of my life. And, you know, it is what it is. I plan in advance for this kind of lifestyle. You heard me? But for those of you that are just entering into adulthood, you know what I'm saying? My new 21-year-olds out here, what's going on? You feel me? But if you're just entering into adulthood and this is your first taste of life, hey, just understand it gets worse. You feel me? Rep now. Plan now. Focus now. Fuck these hoes. Fuck these friends. Fuck the video games. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? If it's not generating income, you don't need to be doing it. You heard me? And if you haven't found a way to make an illegal hustle turn into a legal hustle, you don't need to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, bruh, this is the time when you see who's really about what they talking about. You heard me? Like, man, what they call where you can make a hustle off of anything right now. You heard me? It's people stressed out. For all my people that know how to make them little, you know what I'm saying, them alcohol drinks. You hear me? All you gotta do is buy like a bunch of, what them shits is, bro? Them shits is, bro. You know what I'm saying? We used to do that back in the day. We used to get, you know what I'm saying, take a bunch, like a 6-pack of Gatorade, dump half out. And you know what I'm saying, put some fruit juice, some candy, and some vodka in shake it up. You know what I'm saying? Sell things for like 5 a piece. You know what I'm saying? What you know about barracks parties? You hear me? It gets real. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what we used to do. Man, I'm a hustler. I make money. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, legally. I used to paint cars, cut hair. I know skills that can pay the bills, you heard me? But I knew in advance that I needed to have these kind of, you know what I'm saying, these attributes about myself. You heard me? Like, man, what, other than selling your body, how else can you make money? You heard me? During a recession season, understand at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, like point blank, during a recession season, it's gonna get real. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be falling out with people. You're gonna see people's true colors, as I said before, and you're not gonna like it. You heard me? If you can't handle yourself all the way, just know in advance you're going to get handled, and it can go left, way left. You feel me? And it is what it is. People set each other up during these kind of times, often. You heard me? People turn on each other during these kind of times, often. People close the doors on each other during these kind of times, often. You feel me? So if you're depending on somebody, I want you to understand, you know what I'm saying? If they were to cut you off completely, you feel me? How would you handle yourself? What would you do in that kind of situation? You know what I'm saying? If and that's the main reason, I swear, I refuse to give up my independence to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Man, I've been getting hit on by a lot of attractive women with money lately. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I ain't looking for no damn shit anymore. I'm on a relationship fast period, you know what I'm saying, for the next at least 5 years. You hear me? By the time I hit 37, I got other things going on for phase 2 that require a female partner. So I'm looking for a smoke partner. I need the female perspective on this experience, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like I'm prepping for everything. I have plans that have plans. You get me? Like I'm prepping for life. Either way it goes, whether it's a recession or not, I'm not concerned about it because I understand my life's route. I've budgeted everything. I have things in order for myself. You get what I'm saying? And for people like me who, you know, this is the kind of life I want to live, you know what I'm saying? I'm jumping head first and I'm at the same time, it's tactfully planned, you know what I'm saying? It's a calculated risk. You heard me? But for those people that aren't aware of what's about to happen, that you're not aware of what's going on, that nobody around you is telling you, but everybody's seeing it, you know what I'm saying? You people want to jump out and again, celebrate failure every weekend. It's about to get so real. It's about to get so real, and a lot of people are not going to survive. Can you handle that part also? Are you mentally prepared to lose somebody next to you because they couldn't handle life? You heard me? And they crashed out one way or the other. Are you ready for that? If not, I'm telling you now, you might want to relook at your life. You might want to, know what I'm saying, have a sit down with yourself, 30 minutes, and just say, you know what, this is where I could fix it at. This is what I have to do. This is what needs to happen. This is the date that it's going to happen by. And this is, you know what I'm saying, we're going to go from there. It's going to be tough. Shit, yeah. But I'm going to tell you now, I would rather be in a 1-bedroom apartment, know what I'm saying, chilling by myself, smoking my weed all day, eating some amazing ass food, know what I'm saying, and enjoying my life as compared to somebody trying to keep up with the Joneses. You heard me? Sitting here trying to be at the club every night, being a bitch face every night, being a, know what I'm saying, tricking off on a hoe every night, because it is tricking if you got it, and you're about to figure it out real quick during this recession season. You heard me? But I'd rather be chilling with me, know what I'm saying, and when I eventually meet a smoke partner that, you know what I'm saying, vibe with, that's going to happen. But till then, I ain't even concerned about that shit, because at the end of the day, if I can't take care of myself, if I can't be happy around myself during the recession season, I ain't got no reason to be around nobody anyway. You heard me? What we going to do? Be depressed together? Like that shit's going to work out and make us undepressed? Misery loves company. You heard me? Are the people that you're spending time with assets or liabilities? You're going to find that out real quick. You heard me? Are y'all hanging around each other to play video games or make some real money together? You heard me? Like, we're not kids no more. This ain't a kid show. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody daddy for real, know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to help you help yourself. Give you options for stress. You heard me? And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? That until you want to change, like I always say, ain't shit else going to change until you're ready to change. And if life has to kick your ass to rock bottom for you to understand that you can start taking this shit serious, it's about to happen. You hear me? So to wrap it on up, if somebody got something to say about you in the summer of 2022, and make it do what it do like this with Twitter. Positivity, guys. Don't put yourself in a situation to be a part of a negative conversation. You heard me? Take care of yourself. Figure your life out. The more or the sooner you start, the easier it gets. The point is you got to start. And for all of y'all that haven't heard it lately, I'm fucking proud of you for doing it the right way. Keep going. You got it.